Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Happy Valley Huddle. I am your host, Mike Laro. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Uh, well, we get to recap this past Saturday's game as our Nittany Lions gave a valiant effort. I cannot knock the effort that they gave this past week when hosting number 2 Indiana. Um, Final score in that game was 27-24, but there's just Penn State really for the first time, probably since the Oregon game, to me, looked like they had fight in them. And I will say this, uh, you know, Grunkemeyer, to me, played a hell of a game. And he went toe-to-toe with Fernando Mendoza on Saturday. Um, he really did. Uh, you know, if you're looking, they just, I'm going to say this now. I still think Ohio State's probably the best team in college football, but it was rough, man. In that, it was rough watching that game at the end. They just made plays, and you got to give Kurt Cignetti's team a really, really good. You got to tip your cap. I mean, those guys were 9-0 for a reason, and yeah, we're just going to go into this. It's not going to be a long show today. I'm just going to kind of go over this game, kind of get us looking ahead. Penn State does go to East Lansing this week, 3:30, to take on that vaunted. Man, my hat looks so crooked today. I don't know why, but it's a long night. But yeah, they go to East Lansing and take on Michigan State this weekend. So that game will be at 3:30. So I will be joining you right after that game as I throw this up there. There you go. There it is. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Also, guys, real quick, let's get this out of the way. I'm doing double duty today. As you see, I'm on here now for Happy Valley Huddle. I will be joined on around 8 o'clock with Paul Spencer. That's right. Props, Locks, and Parlays. We will be live tonight at 8 o'clock. And, of course, right after me, the man, the myth, the legend. That's right, Matty B. He will be on tonight. I'm pretty sure he'll be giving his instant reaction to the Eagles game, what transpired yesterday. So make sure you want to tune in for that, as well as one of my favorite segments on this show, This Day in Philadelphia Sports History. Greetings and salutations. There's your morning coffee. Good morning to you guys. But, yeah, let's go over this. More or less, Indiana would jump up. They would jump up and they would be leading 7-0 in this game after the first quarter. And basically, where's that? There it is. Yeah, they would go up. They would be up 17-7 at halftime. And then really, Penn State would really kind of Penn State would own the second half. I mean, they gave up 17 in the first half. They were down 17-7 at halftime. And then both teams would each get a field goal, making it a 20-10 game going into the fourth quarter. And Penn State would put up 2 touchdowns in that fourth quarter. And they really they took the lead in this game. They forced Indiana to have to drive down the field. And this is where, I'm kind of a little angry at Jim Knowles here because he allowed them to go down that field quick. And for me, I was just not liking the way the Penn State defense played on that last series. But Mendoza would make one hell of a throw. And I want to say it was Williams. It was either Williams or Cooper. It might have been Cooper. He threw him a 22-yard pass. And, dude, the catch that this kid made was unreal. I'll put it this way. If they had mowed the grass at Beaver Stadium, it wouldn't have been a touchdown. If they would have mowed the grass, it would not have been a touchdown. So again, you have to. It was a great game to watch. It was the first time I think, probably in about 6 weeks, that you saw a fight from Penn State. Um, I didn't even see this in the loss to Northwestern. They were kind of apathetic looking. This game, if you want to really take some solace out of this, you have a freshman quarterback in Ethan Grunkemeyer. He outplayed Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza was 19 of 30 for 218 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Drunkemeyer was 22 of 31 for 219. Also averaged about 7 yards a play, one touchdown, one interception. But he had a higher QBR rating. And this, Mendoza is a kid that was, he's in the Heisman running right now. So I kind of like the way Drunkemeyer played. I just wish Penn State would take more shots downfield. That's my only biggest problem. And that's Kolinicky. His nickel, I call it candy store offense. I can't wait for him to be going at the end of the year. I do not want him staying around. I do not want him being the offensive coordinator. To me, I think he just stagnates quarterback growth. But we're going to get into this right now. More or less your leaders for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Nick Singleton, 10 carries, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 7.5 yards a carry. Katron Allen was 19 carries for 48 yards. He was averaging 2.5. So they did a really good job, kind of slowing down Katron Allen. Your wide receivers, Pena, 6 catches, 99 yards. Dinkins, 4 catches, 40 yards. Kobe Howard, 2 catches, 28 yards. Singleton, 3 catches, 22 yards. Rapila, 3 catches, 13 yards. Kyron Hudson with his 1 catch for 9 yards. Katron Allen, 2 catches for 3 yards. And Luke Reynolds had a catch for 5 yards. There are your offensive numbers for your Nittany Lions. And can we talk about Kyron Hudson? Like, you want to talk about a mercenary guy? You want to talk about this dude walked off the field before the end of the game. You don't need guys like that. Let him hit the transfer portal again. He can get out of here. Adam C's checking in saying, "What's up, Mike? What's up, Adam? We are going over. Just doing a little 10, 15 minute pre-game or post-game here, guys, on this game." Joe Hale says, "Hey, everyone, just checking in for my job." Well, Joe, don't get fired, man. I don't want you getting fired for checking in, man. You know what I mean? Make sure you're on your break. And that's the only reason why I'm doing this. I work for the state of Pennsylvania. We are off today, so that's why I decided to push it to today, going a little further. So, like I said, it's probably not going to be much long. I understand people are at work. But yeah, that's pretty much how this game has ended. Just that last second touchdown, it was a heartbreaker. But again, I kind of blame Knowles a little bit for what went on. Jim Knowles, to me, I felt like he went into a prevent. And we all know when you have a prevent, that prevents you from winning. So, it was not good for him. Oh, sorry about that there, guys. My camera just went crazy. Sorry about that. There we go. Sorry about that. Camera decided to take a take a spill. Singleton is close to breaking Saquon's record. You know what? All records are made to be broken. So I think they have 2 more games left at home or one? No, I gotta check their schedule. They only have 3 games left, right? If I'm taking a look at it, yeah, they have 3 games left, and they're at Michigan State this week. They come home. They play Nebraska. Matt Rule comes to town next week, and then the last week of that is at Rutgers. So that's it for Penn State. They got 3 more games, and maybe he'll break it. You never know. So This has been kind of crazy. But hey, we're going to look ahead. Michigan State, I'm going to bring them up and see what they're at right now because I think they're right around the same record. Yeah, they're same record as Penn State right now. Matchup predictor on ESPN has it 79% Penn State to win this game. Penn State has actually opened this game up with they are a minus touchdown. They're opening at 7.5 for this game. So I don't know, man. With a team with identical records, both 3-6, both 0-6 in the Big Ten. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I really don't. I don't. But hey, the way I'm looking at it is this: go to East Lansing, get your first one. Go get your first win. Adam, who do you think is coming to coach Penn State next year? I think it's going to be what's his name, Dinkenmiller or Eli Dinkenmiller from Mizzou. I think Mizzou. I think the Mizzou head coach. I think he's in line. From what I'm hearing, he's in line for it. But you really don't know now because you have all these people that are sitting there saying, well, it could be Brian Hartline, which I would not be against, by the way. I think Brian Hartline should get a job to coach in the NFL. Although now I think it's funny because you see all the Ohio State fans saying, well, he really doesn't do this. He really doesn't do that, like trying to downplay it so he can stay on their team. So, but yeah, I would definitely take a look. I think Hartline's probably going to be in there. Like I said, I don't want none of those retreads. I don't want Brian Kelly. I never wanted Marcus Freeman. He can stay at Notre Dame. I don't know. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens to certain coaches too, because you got to remember too, certain coaches might get axed at the end of the year too. So I know the head coach at Georgia Tech. They've been looking at him. His name's been rumored to come to Penn State as well. So I have to look and take a look. How about James Franklin though, getting the job at Virginia Tech? Or what I read, he got the job at Virginia Tech. I don't know when he's going to come in and take over, but you really think that's going to be anything? I don't. And it's bad too because like me, if you watch me and Paul, when we always talk about going to Blacksburg and here and Enter Sandman, Paul actually got a chance to do that. I actually want to do that. That's one of my bucket list things to do is go to Blacksburg and here. But now I can't go to Blacksburg as long as James Franklin's there. I can't. He's an idiot. So, but yeah, they get ready now to, their next game, big game, both 3-6, 0-6 in the Big Ten. So something's going to give on Saturday. One team's going to become 1-6 in the Big Ten and fall to 4-6. The other one's going to go to 0-7. But Penn State, historically at Michigan State has not fared well. So, it'd be interesting to see what they do. Guys, if you're liking what you're hearing, man, hit that like and subscribe button here to It's a Wrap on YouTube. Give us a follow on X and Facebook. We have great content as we navigate through not only Philadelphia sports, but we also have Pittsburgh sports as well. As we have Steel City pre and post game show. I'm pretty sure these boys will be back on Sunday. We also have Gridiron Weekly on Thursday and the Pittsburgh Sports Desk on Wednesday. Here is our schedule for this week. As you take it up, as you see, on Tuesday right now, we have Happy Valley Huddle, which is what I'm doing right now. Later on tonight, that's right, Props, Locks, and Parlays with myself and Paul Spencer from over at Out of the Box. He will be joining me as he does almost every week as we go through the landscaping of football and college and pro football betting. We try to get you guys maybe to win a couple shekels. Tomorrow, Pittsburgh Sports Desk, the final word with Matty B, and then post-game Flyers and Oilers, which, by the way, if you're looking for Clear the Ice, here I am. That's right. You get your last day of Mike on the air this week as I started Sunday. Had the Eagles post game last night on with you guys this morning and tonight. And then we wrap it up with tomorrow with the Clear the Ice as the Flyers get back and they play the Edmonton Oilers. So, but guys, make sure you definitely check that out as well. We got some new things coming with the P&M and the AM show. We're looking to probably rebrand that sometime in the next couple of weeks. We're still going to run with P&M and the AM for right now, but that will be getting rebranded as well. Another thing, too, guys, that's right, the Fighting's Final, okay, post-game show. We are doing a season review. We will be doing that. It will be airing on Thanksgiving morning, so we'll get your Thanksgiving off to a crazy start. Myself, Matty B, Al probably as well. So we will have you all ready and festive for your Thanksgiving as we do that. And don't forget, guys, the Birds fly by. That's right. I'll have another late one on Sunday night as the Birds host those Detroit Lions coming in. Make sure you guys definitely tune in for that as well. My prediction for this Penn State game, I think Penn State gets the win here. I think Penn State wins. I think it's going to be a sloppy game, though. I really do. I think I'm looking probably 24-17, something like that. But I think Penn State wins 24-17 over Michigan State. So, again, it was a heartbreaking loss to Indiana, but I think that's just kind of how this season went. So, again, we'll just have to wait and see what goes on. But, again, I will be with you guys right after the final whistle on Saturday evening. Late afternoon start, 3:30 start up there in East Lansing. So, probably about 7:30-ish, I'll probably be on giving you a full recap of that game, guys. Until tonight, guys, have a great rest of your Veterans Day. Oh, special shout out all my friends and colleagues who served in the military. This day is for you. Happy Veterans Day to all of the men and women who served. And for the ones who are not home right now, make sure you keep them in your prayers and thoughts. All right. Have a great day, Mike. You too, Adam. Hopefully I'll see you later on Props, Locks, and Parlays. You can come in and give us your picks. Again, guys, Penn State falls 27-24 to Indiana. Next up, Michigan State. We got to go to Sparty's house and see if we can get a W. We got to break the over inside the Big Ten. All right, guys, I will see you tonight at 8 o'clock. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, a.k.a. if you're off today, enjoy the rest of your off day today. Yeah. Have a good one. I'll see you guys later.